All right, we are live with the Andy Hall After Party, or as I put it, his full proper name, Andrew Hall After Party. And so with us so far, we've, of course, the guest of honor, Andy, is with us. We've got Justin, the empathetic atheist, is also with us. My moderator, extraordinary inquisitive quandary, is also with us. And we have a newcomer to my streams, but always welcome. Scott the Heretic is with us as well. There may be other people jumping in and out, so expect to see some other fresh faces popping up like zits on a teenager. And anyway, so
lovely
on a yeah, I know. Nice thought, Neil. Yeah. Hey, I had to go through that shit, and then when I finally met my biological family, I was like, "What's up with the acne, man?" Both my sisters are like, "Well, we never had it." I'm like, "I hate you both right now."
It's like being a boy named Sue.
Yeah. That's a. Oh no, I'm thinking of the Sonic Youth album.
No.
That was a boy named Johnny Cash. Yeah. I don't know why Sonic Youth popped in my head. I think it was a girl named Goo or something was that album. Anyway, I don't know. Sonic Youth was great, by the way. But hello, Red Venture. It's popped into the chat. I heard that Red and my buddy Randolph, they went on for quite some time after I left the after party the last time and had a good chat about stuff. So
cool.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to make a quick shout out and a great thanks to IQ. I don't know what the fuck he has done, but literally in the last week and a half, I've went from 300 Facebook friends to I think right now, last time I checked today, I'm at over 1,002. And every single one is some atheist or skeptical profile. Yeah, I'm not just clicking except they're either friends with Neil, they're friends with Jen. You know, they're legit profiles too.
I don't even know how many friends I've got on Facebook anymore.
Yeah, within the last week, it's jumped from 300 to over 1,000. So I really appreciate that, man. I know it has to be. You said you were gonna basically feed me to the wolves, and that's what's been happening.
Well, all I do is plant seeds, man. Any popularity that you get is because you have something worth looking at. Mm-hmm. All I do is just shine a light on you. And
something
I have to. If there's any props to be given here, it's going on Neil, because Neil fucking knows everybody, like everybody. If you find somebody that you can introduce to Neil, you've done something.
Well, honestly, I do thank Neil too, because I mean my whole upbringing into this, Neil, you were the first show that I was ever on, so I mean it opened up the doors.
Yeah, I bet. Well, I'm glad you're on, dude. It was a great time having you on.
So. Yeah,
I've just learned how to harness those powers and like kind of make it good use to good people, man.
The last Twitter vendor.
With great powers comes great responsibility, right?
Indeed.
And Red says, "Yep." Then Mikey and Garton or whatever pulled me in to do an episode of their show, and that's why I didn't stream like I said I would. It's okay. We're not going to hold that against you, Red. Maybe. So it turns out I got 3,130 friends on Facebook. Apparently.
Oh, nice.
I'm nearing. I think I'm around 2,800. I'm not sure.
I didn't even know that, but I barely go on. The only time I go on to Facebook nowadays is to, I don't know if you can see this, but I have little pictures of people that are taking pictures at the blood donor clinic with my dad, who's on the wall there. So everyone that's a member of my group goes in and when they donate, they take a selfie with my dad's picture.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So that's really cool. Yeah. Ooh, sultry. Anyway, so you know how that you have your stories on Facebook? There's this guy that posts these nearly naked women all the time on his stories. And that's generally what I say. It's like, ooh, sultry. And then I just move on.
I'm sure his Facebook stories are fairly popular.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. There's this incident that happened, I think it was today, and I had to unfollow this person. And they've messaged me since then. Hey, I noticed you unfollowed me. And I haven't engaged with them yet, but I have unfollowed because They are literally not championing, but sticking up for pedophiles.
How does that happen? Tell me about that. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued, Neil.
Well, I guess he's into anime. I'm into anime, but he's into the lollies, which I guess are the younger looking children-ish ones.
Yeah.
And of course, they also come in for the hentai scene as well, where you can find these types on there as well.
Tentacle porn.
Yeah, well, tentacle porn is entirely different, but although they probably do have the younger ones involved in that shit too. But yeah, some of that shit's just weird as fuck. But anyway, yeah, it's not for me. So I mean, I remember first hearing about it, thought tentacle porn, what the hell is that? And you go and check it out, and you go, wow, okay. And that was about the most I ever did with that. But anyway,
they say pick your battles. This guy didn't get that memo.
Right, but he's trying to say, like, there's all kinds of stuff that he posts about it. How it's people are attracted to kids, I guess, and it's apparently shouldn't be. I don't know, but anyways, if you it's just brutal. But
some people are compelled to eat their own hair. Doesn't make it good.
Right.
They eat dirt.
Pica. I think that's the acronym for the problem. Pica. Yeah. Tough situations to be in. Yeah.
But yeah, it was the one that posted it in my group. I think was Lizzie had posted that about this clown, saying that people need to stop following this person. I'm coming up on it here. Let me see if I can find this shit here. Where is it? There we go. No, that's not it. No, that's not it. No, that's not it. No. Where the fuck? That's it. This person is no, that's Wolf. That's not the right. Anyway, I can't fucking remember now. I can't find it.
I tell you, Neil, you've been busy with Peter Boghossian and then this pedophile guy.
Yeah, I don't know right what the hell is. It's just one of those days, man. Exactly. Society is broken. Oh, here we go. Hang on. Is that it? No, that's not it. Son of a. No. God damn it. Yeah, they're called maps.
Unjustified kinks.
Yeah, that's what they call these people, maps. MAPS. I can't remember what the acronym stands for, but this is just nasty shit.
We're just going to stick with NAMBLA and just kind of have a slight chuckle and a sneer and then move on.
Oh yeah. I feel like I've already been dirtied a bit by hanging on this conversation for this. To tell you the truth, I'm gonna have to get underneath my skin.
There's this one on here called Wolf Lover. Okay, and they apparently condone minor attracted person. Thank you, Red. Oh yeah, Red. I think was saying. I will send you a link, Mr. Venture. So hang on one second.
Right here, man.
I put it in my group, but I don't think you. I think you somehow somebody blocked you and you got booted out, which seems to happen from time to time. Anyway, I can't find you in a scroll, so. Oh, that's right, because you changed your picture, so I never recognize your picture anymore. Okay. Yes, I do.
Angie Dell 66, your granddaughter has pica, huh? I'm sorry to hear that.
Wow.
I'm just looking through the comments right now. Yeah.
So I guess somebody had mentioned to this wolf person that animals can't give consent. And this is the kind of response that he gave. Ever heard about nonverbal communication? Because that's what animals use. What? Apparently this person has sex with their dog.
Whoa.
From what I'm to understand, yes. No, sir. Animals cannot give consent. Darth Killer. That's the guy's name. Yeah. And I blocked him. Well, I didn't block him, but I unfollowed him, and their account is protected. But Lizzie was kind enough to post a few things that this guy was saying. Maps have a far superior empathy for kids. Fuck you.
No.
Non-maps can even dream empathy for kids that non-maps could even dream to reach. Many issues I see now, I wouldn't have spotted them like that without discussing them with maps. So apparently he's not really a minor attracted person, but
he's adjacent.
Now he's saying that maps are vehemently against rape. But if you force sex on a child or have sex with a child, it's rape regardless, because they cannot give consent. They're not of the mind frame to be able to give consent because they don't really know what's going on. So so Lizzie pointed this one out, and I had been following them, and I decided, no, that's not cool. Yeah. I'm unfollowing that person. And they messaged me since then asking why I unfollowed, but I really don't want to fucking communicate with this person because it just kind of makes me gross. I'm just like, ugh. I don't want to throw up in my beer bucket because it's holding my beer. So
nice. Yeah. Don't ruin the beer bucket, brother. Don't do that.
Mm-mm. It's not worth it.
No.
But how anyone could find ways to rationalize that mindset blows me the fuck away. That's all I can tell you. Mm-hmm. Sex with kids and sex with animals. Just don't, people. Okay, just fucking don't. All right. And if you feel like you're tempted to do so, just give me your address. I'll come over and talk to you, and then give you a chemical castration because that's what you fucking
do. I agree.
Yeah, that's.
And now for something completely different.
Very good. Very good.
That's pretty good, man. Was that? Is that Rocky? Rocky the squirrel or whatever? Yeah.
The squirrel.
I hate moose and squirrel. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always a good segue.
Yes. Dallas put it perfectly. That's just fucked up. Yes, it is, Dallas.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep. You hit the nail on the head there too. That's gross.
Yep.
Pretty much what everyone was saying in the chat, in my usual suspects chat. So, yeah. Well, yeah. Red, I sent you a link, my friend. So maybe he's prettying himself up, but he never comes on camera. He always goes on his little icon. So that's okay. Some people don't like to use the camera option.
Oh, yeah.
Like you.
Yeah. It took me a while.
It
took me a while to figure out that I should just, not care about how I look and just go on camera.
Yeah, I don't care. I never care. Yeah. You see, I look the same even when I shower or don't shower. So I just look the same.
Nice.
Yes, but I'm definitely jumping in after this because I didn't have enough time to. When I got home from work, usually I've got the extra half hour I can pop in and scrub up and then come out and do my show.
Well, you want extra time for the chemicals to really seep into your body, Neil.
Right. That way I'll never freeze because I have antifreeze getting in there, right? So
and you'll have superpowers. I don't know what kind of antifreeze superpowers you would have, but
that would be fire.
Fire.
Like the Human Torch, just go flame on and then just burst into flames, and there we go.
That'd be pretty awesome.
He's Canadian. The antifreeze superpowers come standard.
Okay.
Actually, now that you mentioned it, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the YouTube channel Curious and More Curious. He's a fellow Canadian who I'm planning to have on the show at some point. He wants me to do a little thing for him because he's doing a video about Jesus walking on water and how Canadians do it all the time because we live and it's always frozen, so we can walk on water everywhere, except for those assholes like in the West Coast in Vancouver. And then I pop in and go, "Fuck you, Scott," that kind of thing, right? Sort of thing. We don't get a lot of snow here, and the rest of Canada hates us for that. So, they're out there going, "Oh, I'm out shoveling," and then I go out to the river here when it's nice and sunny out, and I pop a little selfie and go, "Oh, that's too bad." And then I send the selfie over to them and stuff like that. Fuck you. And they always yell.
Do you guys get a lot of rain over there, Neil?
Yeah. Well, we are part of the Pacific Northwest, and that is a legitimately a rainforest of a different kind.
Yes.
Fuck Seattle.
It's exactly like Seattle. Yeah. And we even have, I think, almost the same number of Starbucks. Just to be honest.
Yeah, probably.
There he is. Welcome, Red.
Yeah,
All right.
sorry about that.
Hey, you don't have to apologize. All right. You're on your own time schedule, man.
Yeah, no, it's StreamYard didn't save my last login stuff, so I had to go find an avatar and everything else to throw up on there.
Oh, okay. Cool enough. Fair enough. Hey, Flow State. Or Taylor is his real name. Uh-oh. I just doxed him. Okay, somebody's got someone yelling in the background.
Oh, that's probably me. Hold on a second. Let me get my mic set up right.
Okay. Fair enough. So, hey, any of you guys have any questions you wanted to ask, Andrew?
I'll give my best answer. It won't be a good answer, probably, but it would be my best answer.
Whoa.
So can you dig deeper? You said that you actually had Richard Dawkins get in touch with you. How did
Well,
all that
what happened is that I did this post when I was on my old blog, Laughing in Purgatory, and it was just a simple 300-word bit about the state of Mississippi illegalizing Richard Dawkins, and something very similar happened to him in Oklahoma. It turns out years ago, is that there was in the state legislature there was a vote on keeping him out of Oklahoma, I believe, because he was going to speak in Tulsa or speak in Oklahoma City. I forget which college he was going to be speaking at. Of course, that didn't work out, so he was still able to go. But there was a movement to keep him or to illegalize him, to keep him out of the state of Oklahoma. And so he saw this story, and then he retweeted it. And then he said something along the lines of, I don't understand why some of you people would think that this is a real story because of A, B, and C. And I actually reposted the story last year on my blog, and he was kind enough to retweet it again and talk about it a bit. So I think somewhere he may dimly know that I exist somewhere on the periphery.
So maybe because making people illegal, we kind of did away with that back in the 60s.
I'm surprised Ken Ham hasn't tried to do that with R and Raw down in Kentucky.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Well, I imagine Ken gets more donations the more controversy he stirs up. I mean, that's just a guess.
For lack of a better phrase, Lord knows he's tried.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you guys. I can't decide who's dumber, Ken Ham or Kent Hovind.
Hovind.
Oh, inmate 2436897.
Yeah. Have you guys seen one of Apologia's latest where he has Eric Hovind on the show?
Yes, I've seen it.
Yeah. Yep.
Was it just me, or did they actually get along?
Yeah.
Well, they were not get along, but they were fairly civil with each other, I would say.
They were civil.
Yeah.
I can agree with that.
Which kind of blew me away. I had to tell Paul, I'm like, holy fuck, dude, how'd you do that?
Yeah.
Even Shannon was like, mind blown kind of thing.
Yeah, Eric Hovind is actually a little bit sassier than his father, which makes that a little more, incredible.
He's definitely different than his dad, and I know that they don't actually get along.
Yeah,
because even they have said that. So
I was actually just watching one of his debates and trying to find which one it was.
Well, I could probably tolerate Eric over Kent any day of the week. What are you looking for? What's on your shirt there, by the way, Justin?
Oh, it's a church with money. This is Stop Funding Child Abuse.
That's great, dude. That's a great shirt. That's a great shirt.
Hell yeah.
I need to get that.
On Easter, I walked around with a shirt on it. It had like picture of Jesus praying, like a silhouette, and it said prayer how to do nothing and still think you're helping.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I've seen that or similar type things, like in memes and stuff. I think my favorite thoughts and prayer meme is the rolled up back of the truck and it's completely empty.
Yeah.
Your thoughts and prayers have arrived.
I think on the last after party I was on with you, I had my Ezekiel 23:20 shirt, and you always got people asking, "Oh, what Bible verse is that?" And I'm like, well, you should look it up because it's a great verse.
That's the one with the horses and emissions, right?
Yep.
I was going to ask if that was the sperm verse.
That's the universal sperm.
I have kids in the other room, so I'm not going to mention it right now.
Yeah, I understand that. That's wise. How old are your kids?
Well, 13 is in the other room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
You have 13 kids?
Daughter.
Oh, 13.
I got 5. I got 5 kids.
He's a fertile young man, this one.
Yeah, say no wonder that's like one of your favorite verses.
Easter
I got arranged.
might be about bunnies, but it's not quite that much about bunnies there, buddy.
Yeah. Well, that's actually an argument that I had this weekend. Oh, the whole Easter's
on
about
Easter
God.
weekend. Like, weird.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, have you ever heard of Ishtar?
That's
wrong.
Yeah.
That's wrong.
It's wrong. Very wrong.
That's very wrong.
It's actually more Nordic with the EO store.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I had somebody come at me with the whole Ishtar thing, and I was like, check your sources.
Yep.
Yep.
Survey says. Yeah.
You shouldn't get your history by memes only.
You're right. Exactly. Yeah, well, even I fell for that once too with the whole Horus parallel with Jesus from the fucking.
Oh yeah.
What's his name? Atwell or whatever that tried to post that bullshit. I think that came out of Zeitgeist or something.
Huh?
Yeah.
I remember the story. I remember them saying that basically he did everything that Jesus did.
Yeah.
Died on a cross,
Which
3 kings, the whole deal.
There's a connection between Horus and Moses. Both of them were put in wicker baskets as babies and floated down the Nile. So there you go.
Yeah.
That's pretty much I knew that well before the whole Jesus comparison thing, though, because being raised as a Jew, you hear these kinds of things, right?
Yeah.
You have a lot of Moses. You're Moses heavy.
Oh yeah. He wrote 5 books, you know.
Oh, he was so good at writing. He wrote about his own death. That's how good he was.
Right.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, that's what that one always blew me away. And I remember asking my dad about that when I was quite young, and he says, "We don't talk about that."
Whoa.
Okay, right. That doesn't explain anything, but sure. Okay. By the way, I'm stealing your beer this weekend. But anyway.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So what other fucking crazy shit can we talk about from Twitter other than raping dogs and children, and stupid memes and stupid people? What else can we talk about?
You're making a very strong case for me not to be on Twitter, sir. I'm not on Twitter a whole lot. But you're making very strong cases for it.
You have to know the circles to roam in, we'll say, where you don't have to face I've got, oh man, it's getting crazy for me now. I'm getting emails and messages from fucking believers telling me that I'm going to hell and all kinds of shit.
That's the great thing. This is the great thing about comedy is that people just laugh it off as a joke, and no one really. I don't get a lot of hate mail. I get a couple of crazy comments every once in a while, but no real death threats. Nothing to take seriously, at least. And so because that's like a superpower or villainy or whatever, some kind of ability of comedy is people just willing to laugh it off and go to the next thing to get enraged at.
I'll forward this to you, Andy. Somebody had posted this, sent me a link to what my buddy Rory's daughter does in the world of psychology. Yeah. And he's asked me to forward it to you. So.
Yeah, dude. I'm interested in whatever they're doing. Yeah, definitely. I'd be interested in taking a look at it.
It'd be cool. All right. I'll copy paste it and forward it over to you.
Cool. Yeah, that'd be great.
Sure. All right, you guys, stop hogging all the conversation. For fuck's sake.
I got in touch with Atheist Pastor, and he asked me to be on his the Six Pack show, and I was like,
wow.
"Cool, what time is it?" And he was like, "Yeah, it's your time is going to be 7:30 a.m." And I'm like, 7:30 in the fucking morning.
Oh, geez.
I was like,
Wait a minute.
I'm already
There's
getting
a
up. I'm already
7:30 a.m.
I'm like, I'm already getting up at 9 o'clock to do the Daily Atheist, and I thought that was fucking early.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, that's
And
right,
then I
you're-
realized he's in fucking Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to sync up those times is difficult.
Right.
Don't worry. I
mean,
made him come on my show, and it was early in the morning for him there.
Yeah, it was like 2-3 in the morning.
Just think that most every time that you've interacted with, and it happens a lot with a lot of the people in our community from Australia, is that they're up at times that you would consider absolutely fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. True enough. True
Yep.
enough.
Yeah.
IQ, I'd ask you what time zone you're in, but I think you're about 15-20 minutes away from where I am right now.
Yeah, that's about right.
You can
Where
throw
are you
a
at,
rock and
Patrick?
break his window.
Where are you, empathic atheist?
I am in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Oh,
IQ, you'll
Cincinnati,
probably know it more of the Coleraine area.
Okay. All right. Very cool. How do you
Yeah.
like Ohio? Have you been there all your life, or?
Well, I grew up here, basically in the same neighborhood, around the same neighborhood. And then I actually, yeah. And then I left for the army when I was 19, and that's where I got into knowing what kind of fucking weather Seattle has, because I was out there for 8 years.
8
Fuck
years.
that.
That's a long time. Yeah.
Yeah. Afghanistan for a year, and then
Oh, really?
got out and came back home. Yeah. So
What were you doing in the army? What was your job?
I was actually doing HVAC in the army. Did HVAC, basically utility equipment repair. I'd work on generators, HVAC, heating, cooling. I cross-trained diesel mechanics, working on radar, howitzer missiles, things like that.
Wow. How about that?
Yeah.
Speaking of Australians,
Yeah, stop having shit.
I know. Jen's awesome.
Yeah.
She's my favorite. fucking-
Yeah, but fuck Seattle weather. I can't do it.
Is that right? I'm gonna post what Brainbug put here. Ken Hovey now requires that all interlocutors dox themselves if they want to. Yeah, go fuck yourself, Hovey.
I believe it.
Yeah.
What an imbecile.
I don't know why he wants to do that. I know why. It's because it's the last ditch effort to kind of control the narrative a little bit.
Yeah,
Good point.
I would agree with that.
Good
Yeah.
point.
But I don't know. God, things on Twitter. I might be debating Darth Dawkins in a week or so.
What?
Like
Get
it
out!
was.
Yes, do it.
Yeah,
I need to
maybe.
hear this shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, Darth and his sycophants have been bothering me ever since I put out that video last week. So, I said, go
They
talk
love
to James.
bugging
I'm not hopping in your Discord to debate Darth. I've told them that time and time again, and they're still pestering me to go into the Discord and debate him.
Yeah,
And dude, pissed me off.
As long as you know what your basis for prescriptability is, man, you'll be okay.
He already done pissed me off when he went on Talk Heathen in Atheist Experience, and then made his own little video afterwards talking shit about him. Like, okay, build some straw men on your own fucking video. Like,
Yep.
I don't think I have the patience for that. Even though I am the empathetic atheist, I couldn't be too empathetic with that guy.
Well, you don't want to be
Absolutely
you don't want to be a doormat to people, right?
no.
Yeah,
exactly.
and that's something that I have to explain to a lot of believers that I talk to, because my goal is to be in formal debates. Like Neil, you're not extremely interested in talking to believers all the time. That's why you have this show.
Oh, no. Hold on. I'm interested in chatting with believers, but more of an
Okay.
SE point, not debate.
Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, I do study Anthony Moscow. I do look into his stuff, but I definitely want to get into more of the formal debate, the Christopher Hitchens, the Sam Harris debates.
Sure.
I just don't know if I could. There's a certain point in time to where they come at me and say, "Hey, well, you're supposed to be empathetic," and I'm like, "Yes, I am empathetic to a certain point, but when I feel like I'm talking to a brick wall, I'm going to be sternly respectful. And you're
Well,
going to take me attacking the belief as an insult to your own self.
Yeah.
And that's not how it is at all. And you have to basically reiterate that and explain that to them so they understand that I'm not attacking them per se.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem, isn't it? With belief, people just feel like it's an extension of who they are. So whenever you attack their belief, it's like you're kicking their baby in the head.
Mhm.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
Or bashing it across the rocks.
Dude,
What verse is that?
that's great. I like that.
Is that Deuteronomy?
I think it's Deuteronomy. Hold on.
25 something? I can't remember. It's been a while since
it
I
right
flipped
here.
through the old.
Got it right
Hey, there you go.
Oh man.
Oh, the new idiot version. I like that one.
Yeah.
New and improved.
The new and improved version.
When I was in the army, I got my King James version too.
Well, I see it's camouflaged.
Yeah.
That's
You
great.
saw it?
No, I just very good.
You know, it's kind of funny. I was watching Jimmy play Sims 4 earlier today, and he was making up his character, and he's going, "What should I name him?" I'm like, King James.
Yeah, a lot of times people mistake kindness for weakness.
Oh yeah.
And the fact that you're willing to listen is also mistaken for you're willing to accept.
Yeah.
And they're not synonymous. And yes, I will treat you like a human being. This is something that's not taught in a lot of belief circles, is that just to treat people for people. We're all centered on our beliefs. We're all taught to identify with our beliefs and to not leave that book open to just humanity itself and to accept other people for their differences and not for the likenesses. You know, so when everything is centered around the belief is everything, and the person is to mold themselves to that belief. When you attack the belief, you attack the person, and there is nothing outside of that belief that is a person, and it's disturbing.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of them feel that their beliefs are part of who they are, so that's kind of why they
that's like a personality disorder, my friend. That's what that is.
Exactly. Your beliefs. Well, your beliefs. Okay, beliefs inform our actions, so there's that part of it. But they're really not just because you believe. Like I used to believe that we had been visited by aliens, but that didn't make me me. It was just an aspect of something that I believed, right?
Yeah.
So, but it wasn't. That didn't describe who I was. It was just described a little tiny part of who I am, or of what I believe, not who I am. So, ideas don't necessarily deserve respect, and beliefs falls under the category of ideas. So, people, I say, you give them respect until they give you a reason not to, but you don't have to respect their beliefs or ideas, right? Somebody said that to me once at a party. Oh, you should respect people's beliefs. Like, oh yeah, do you respect the fucking Nazis or ISIS?
Yeah.
How about their beliefs? And they kind of went, okay.
By the way, that's Psalm 137:9.
Is that what that was?
Wow.
That's Psalm 137:9.
Did people used to sing to that then? Was that a singable verse?
I don't know. I mean, Psalms. Yeah, it says, "Happy is the one who seizes your infants and dashes them against rocks."
Happy is the one who seizes your infants, dashes them against the rocks. Yeah, there you go. There you go. This is back in time when we wore sandals without socks. I don't know. I'm trying to rhyme.
That was good.
I got nothing. Neil's going to start.
You're singing a band, damn it.
That's just a rumor. Don't believe it.
What's the name of your band, Neil? What's the name of your band?
Well, it's actually kind of a little bit of a funny story for it. But we way back when we first started, we were going to go with the name Hunker Down.
Okay.
Because my guitar player heard somebody say it on the radio. So that sounds kind of cool. Then we were using that for a little bit because we didn't have anything else. And then after a while, I'm like, this just sounds too country. Hey, y'all, we better all go hunker down because the tornado's coming. So right? So I thought, it sounds a little too hicky kind of thing, right? So I thought, well, you got to come up with something better. He goes, well, you better think of something quick. And we're sitting in the studio recording our first EP.
Yeah.
And I look over at one of the things and go, Threshold. Oh, that's cool. Hey, how about Threshold? Will goes, yeah, okay, I like that. That's cool. We'll call it Threshold. And then we were. You guys remember MySpace? Well, we were on MySpace.
Yeah.
And I got an email from some guy from the English band Threshold, who's been around since '93. It says, you're going to have to stop using our name or we're going to sue you. And I'm like, okay, I don't think your name has been trademarked here or whatever here in Canada. So literally it's up. Oh, no, our album's coming out in Canada, Europe, everywhere. So the name will be ours at that point. I'm like, okay, fine. Well, so I was into ancient languages at the time. So I was looking up, and Latin happened to be one of my favorites at the time. So I was looking up what threshold would be in Latin. And I couldn't really find, it was some bizarre like lemon or something like that. But I thought that sounds kind of dumb. Lemon. It's like I'm saying lemon. But I found a word liminis, which means on the threshold. And I thought that's a decent little variation on the name. So I thought, so I brought that back and I told Will and I said, how about liminis? And he went, yeah, that works. It means on the threshold. He goes, oh, very clever Jew boy. So we decided. I was an atheist then too. He's just kidding. Hey, Jen. Oh, Jen's here. I like when Jen shows up. Jen's awesome. She's funny. Anyway, so we decided, we'll go with Liminis. And we've been that ever since. And we recorded 6 more songs under the name Liminis. You can actually get all of our music that we have professionally recorded. And it costs quite a bit of money. I've spent well over $13,000-$14,000 getting some of these recordings done. Wow. But they're pretty well done. Oh, I was going to say, IQ, and then I noticed it was already in the chat.
Way ahead of you, buddy.
He's talking about his band. He's talking about the band. Click. There you go.
I had the link already up, and I was waiting for you to say the word Liminis.
Just waiting. He's just waiting for it. Yeah. It's like, what do you got? Fucking macro keys going? This one's Liminis. This one's Neil's Patreon. This one's the guest Patreon. Like, what do you got going on? Macro keys?
No, I've got a clipboard, and I anticipate what I'm going to need to shill out, and I just go to my shill library. I'm like, all right, I need this one, this one, this one, this one. I put it on my clipboard, and all I do is just tap because I'm doing this all on mobile.
Shill library. Oh, I thought you were hitting your keyboard with a clipboard. Work on it.
Nope. Samsung Notes. It's now up to 170 people. All of their links.
Holy fuck. I use something like that too for my scheduling and whatnot. Yeah. See right there. See, so I got my interview schedule. Look, there's Andrew. You're still in it. So.
Yes. Well, I feel honored. I'm at the top.
Well, because yes, you're at the top. We'll stick with that.
Don't undermine my delusions, sir. Do not
I'm sorry. How confident are you in the fact that you're on the top? No, I'm just a little SE going on here. But just a reminder to you guys, he's not on the shows really, except for Atheist Vanguard, and that's Christopher Ullman, also known as Phoenix, who will be on my show this Saturday at 6 p.m. And following Phoenix, I have the awesome, though he doesn't really have much of a deconversion story, the awesome Jim Barrows, who's co-hosted the Atheist Experience and been on Talk Heathen, I think, as well, on the 20th of April. So if you guys can make those two, that would be great. And following Jim Barrows, on Wednesday, April 22nd, I have the one and only Mama Atheist, which you guys are probably quite familiar with by now. So there you go. The next few coming up. Some pretty cool people coming up.
Sounds like fun.
Jen knows exactly what I'm talking about. Me and Phoenix smoked a big fat doobie together when I was down there. And I tell you, he uses these rolling papers that are see-through. They're clear. Mm-hmm. There's some form of rice paper that's so thin and it's got a polymer in it that isn't quite plastic, but it makes it see-through. And when you roll it and then you lick it, it actually bends it so it looks like a banana. You hear that, Gray? Ray, you hear that? Comfort, you hear that? Anyway, so you get banana shaped doobies, and we smoke that shit. But he mixes it with tobacco because he's cheap, I guess. But I don't do that shit. I don't mix tobacco in there.
I think that makes it a little too harsh.
It does.
I just, I just like fucking roll a joint and smoke the weed. Like if I want tobacco, I've got cigarettes. God damn it.
Nice.
So,
Yeah.
Well, being from the city, I can say that rolling a blunt is the same thing as twisting a little bit of leaf tobacco in there, because you're pretty much mixing it with tobacco at that point. It's mainly a tobacco leaf.
You're
especially
always
those natural leaves.
You're always welcome in my StreamYard, Jen. Okay, sorry, folks. I don't know where the hell that was going.
My ex-girlfriend made these great edibles. They made these gummy bears.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hilarious! I've got gummy worms right here.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Pure magic.
Everything's within reach.
Never had an edible.
Really? They're good. These are
I've
100
never
milligrams.
had an edible.
I heard someone talking about.
with you.
I've heard someone talking about a 10 milligram gummy bear. That I'm like, 10 milligrams? Really? If you sneeze, the high is over at 10 milligrams. If you ask me, I do 100 milligram worms and gummy bears, or 2 gummy bears because they're 50 milligram gummy bears. Mm-hmm. But my buddy makes them, so I get them.
All right, yeah.
I got 4 of these for $10, 100 milligrams each.
How about that?
Dirt
For some reason,
I guess it doesn't matter how many milligrams is in there. Anybody sneezes, in the past few weeks, it's going to kill your buzz.
That's true. That's the point. I see what you did there. Very nice.
Oh, Jen, we'll smoke blunts. We'll smoke whatever the hell you want. I'm all about the weed, man. There's a company up here called The Weed Man. They're gardeners, of course, but I'm like, fuck, they just stole my idea for a fucking place to sell weed.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe you could probably get away with it too, being different markets and stuff, I imagine.
Yeah. But everyone, when they see them roll by, they always giggle, clearly, because it says The Weed Man right on the side of their fucking bright white truck with this big green weed man. And of course, when they drive by, people go, "You got any dupes?" That kind of thing, right? So.
That's how landscaping companies can get the young crowd.
Yep. My buddy started his own landscaping company, and his name is Justin, and it was Just in Time Landscapes.
Oh, hey.
Never heard that before.
I want to say something to Jen Aldrich. I had the same problem with brownies. I just kept on eating these pop brownies. And I got so fucked up. It was crazy.
Why am I tripping balls so much, man?
Yeah, man. That's probably the most fucked up I got was on brownies. Yeah.
So, Jen, if I can convince someone to pop out for a bit, can you jump in? Jen's great.
I'll pop out. I'll go.
You sure, Scott? You're new to these, man.
I know, but I'll be back.
I'll be back. Okay, Schwarzenegger.
Kick me out.
Well, I'm not going to kick it. Oh, no, she can't anyways. She got kiddos. Kiddos are still up. The best thing, when your kids are still up, I find hammers work.
Nice. Hammers.
You still up? Not anymore, you're not. Or chloroform. That works too. Hey, does this rag smell like chloroform?
I got a funny story with my youngest brother when he was real little. So we were still little. He took a baseball bat to the back of one of my other brother's heads and thought it was okay. Fucking just cracked him right across the bat, and I got upset when he beat him up.
What? Oh, really? You got upset?
Yeah, my baby brother. I mean, he was probably like 5, I think, maybe at the time, and so the one older than him probably would have been 10, 11, I think, right about that time. So yeah, it cracked him across the head, beat him up, and went and cried to mom and dad about it. Getting beat up.
Of course.
It's like you did that on purpose. You wanted the reaction to go get him in trouble with mom and dad. All the little kids do that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. My sister used to do it to me, and then I'd end up punching her or something, and then she'd run to mom and dad.
Yeah, I did it to the middle brothers as well, right? They do it to me, and I'd pound on them, and
Sibling rivalry, so
Yeah.
much fun.
Well, mine's the worst. Like my dad always used to like to joke about it. So when my first brother was born, so I would have been 2, I think, at the time. Little.
So
over
I'm
2.
guessing you're the oldest then.
Yeah, I'm the oldest. Yep. So I would have been 2 at the time, and so my dad recalls me telling him when they showed me my baby brother. At the time, I said, "Cool, put back," and then he would joke, "We were fighting ever since."
Cool, put him back. Yeah. What was that? Man, that reminds me that there's a song I used to sing at summer camp all the time. I think it was Barnacle Bill the Sailor, I think it was called. Do you guys remember Barnacle Bill? Was that a thing for you guys? Barnacle Bill the Sailor. You haven't heard that one?
Somehow I'm thinking of SpongeBob SquarePants for something.
Yep, that's where I was going. Barnacle Boy.
My mind went.
Barnacle
Mermaid
Boy.
Man and
Boy.
Barnacle Boy.
Yeah.
Mermaid
Barnacle Boy.
Man and Barnacle Boy. Great stuff.
Well, Barnacle Bill the Sailor
I was
kind
like
of a dirty limerick type song, right? Where it's like, what if I should have a child? What if I should have a child? Then Barnacle Bill was, well, you open the crack and shove them back. So Barnacle Bill the Sailor, right? That kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
And the chat went really quiet all of a sudden. All right, at least somebody else knows what I'm talking about. Thanks, Rory.
Yeah.
But you
Barnacle
see, he's Bill.
Oh,
It's,
Bill. Okay.
Barnacle Bill the Sailor. Barnacle Bill the Sailor. Yes, it must have been a Canadian thing. Thanks, Jen.
Yeah.
I guess Barnacle was a Canadian.
That was like the last time I brought up. What was it? The Red and Green Show or something out of the blue. And I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Red and Green Show.
Red Green was fucking brilliant. I like when he took his clothing line, the type that you have out in your backyard, and it's got the cables on it, like 3 of them, and you can hang your laundry over it, and it spins.
Yeah.
His neighbor turned his laundry thingy into one of those swing things at like a fair that kids could swing on and go around and around and around. He hooked up a motor to it and everything. And of course, people are flying off this thing left, right, and center. But it's just too funny.
Hell yeah.
No, it's an American drinking song adopted from Bollocky Bill the Sailor. Very nice. Very nice.
There you go. Is that what it is? Oh, look, Google works for everyone.
Oh, yeah. That.
So, see, it's not even Canadian, Jen. If she was on the stream right now, she'd be verbally slapping me in the face right about now.
I tell you, the thing I miss most out of this whole quarantine thing is going to the pub.
Mm-hmm. Mine's literally 3-minute walk. I don't even have to drive.
My pub
That's
got
good and
torn down.
bad, Neil. You know.
I drive anyways because I'm a lazy fuck. But
Right.
actually, the real reason we drive there is because Mikey's got a bad hip, and I always take him with me because he likes to play Keno, and he always wins. Like every time we go there, he wins once a week. He's winning $500.
Well, good for him.
Yeah, he's won 5,000 twice. He won $1,000 once. He's won 500. I can't even count how many times. But on average, he's like $15-20, which pays for his beers while we're there. So
very cool.
And then of course,
It's like
I buy
3,
6
it's like 3 minutes there and like 15 minutes back.
Yeah, more like 25.
Nice.
Because there's a railroad track there, so I keep tripping over the fucking slats. So
I'll tell you the most Boston thing I've ever heard. I was out drinking with a buddy of mine, and it was
Were
a
you at
2-hour party.
Cheers?
Oh no, dude, no, not at all. And, no. But he was in a 2-hour spot, and so he wanted to move to a different. He wanted to move his car. It's like, dude, are you okay to drive? He's like, no, but I can pull up a couple of spots. I can go up down the street and park. It's like, no, you can't. No, that was probably the most Boston thing I've heard for quite a while. Isn't really driving if you're only going down the street.
No, exactly. I told him my car isn't even officer. You know, the weirdest thing, I was at the pub and I had a couple while I was in there coming back from a blood donation thing, and I'm driving home and the cops pulled me over. And I'd say I'd probably finished my last one maybe 25 minutes, and I only had a couple.
Yep.
But they made me blow, which I was like, yeah, no problem. And I blew, and it came up as 0.
0.
I'm like, how is that possible? And they're going, oh, it's telling you your blood level or your alcohol blood level is 0.0. I'm like, that can't be right. Let me do it again. And they're like laughing at me, like we're not allowed to do that. I'm like,
You're
yeah,
like, but I was drinking.
I figured it would be like at least like 0.2 or something, or 0.02. But it came up like nothing.
Apparently, you have a liver of a god, Neil.
I'll take it.
Or they just don't calibrate their shit.
Yeah. Well, no, she spent the whole thing there doing that. And you know,
that's how I get out of a couple speeding tickets, because they didn't recalibrate the radars.
Oh, yeah.
That's a thing.
I didn't recalibrate my radar detector, so it's okay. We're even.
Yeah. Fuck you, Hamilton County.
What was Jen saying? Oh, yeah. Oh, she's the one that found the Wikipedia thing. This was meant for kids. Oh, yeah, the original one was, yes.
Yeah.
But I was a kid when we used to sing the bastardized version. So I drank to normal things like, was it thub thumping?
Tub thumping from Chumbawamba.
Oh, tub thumping. Yeah.
Chumbawamba. Yep.
Tub thumping. Oh, yeah, I remember that. I get knocked down, try to get up again. Yeah, I remember that. You miss shopping? Really? Of all this shit, Donnie, you miss shopping? You know you can shop online too, right?
It's not the same.
No, of course it's not. It's electronic. I mean, you could carry
It's like drinking at home or going to the pub, man. It's a different experience.
Yeah, that's true.
I just recently joined you quarantiners. I quit my job because they're immoral fucks.
Really? What makes them immoral?
Well, when you tell your clients that we're going to do all the procedures to try and prevent the coronavirus, and then you don't do any of that shit. And we had people in our office that had over 100.4, and they were like, "Oh, we're not going to send you home. We're going to keep you around everybody else in the office, and I'll just come back in an hour and take your temperature again." Like, no fuck that.
Yeah, you're gonna die, bro.
Fucked up.
You're gonna die.
You already had 25 people in that office, and then you got 2 or 3 people sitting there with fucking fevers, and then you got us technicians. I work for an HVAC company, so I'm already in 4 different clients' houses every single day with a N95 mask that they gave me 3 weeks ago. So it's just one thing after another, and I said, you know what, guys, my integrity is not for sale. Y'all can fuck off. I'm quitting.
Yep.
Yeah, Judge, that was the right choice, dude. Yeah.
I mean, I've been using the same N95 mask for probably the past 2 weeks, but every day it gets hosed down with Virex TB. So,
yeah. I ended up having clients, like one of them, she gave me a couple masks. She normally embroiders wedding dresses. And since she's, because of this whole coronavirus thing, she ain't working. So she's just making masks for people, like cloth face masks. Mm-hmm. She gave me like 2 or 3 of those to put on top of my N95 to try and help it. But
yeah, the cloth ones.
As long as people understand that it's not, you don't have a suit of armor on when you have these N95 masks. It's like walking into a medieval battle with chainmail on. You have some protection, but you can still die.
Well, yeah, because your eyes are exposed, right? So you need a face shield as well as the N95. And of all the masks you can buy, the N95s or another version of them, R95s, are probably pretty okay. But they're I can't remember. Fuck, I'll have to find it. Because there's a video where they show a guy with like a spray bottle, just a regular spray bottle with water in it. And he takes all these masks that people are wearing to protect themselves, which they don't. Yeah. And he's spraying right fucking through them. And when you sneeze or cough, it's almost, I think they said it was 40 times more powerful than just a spray gun. So if the spray gun's going through these things, what do you think that shit's going to do? And the ones with the papery looking ones with the gaps in them, it just flies out the side.
Yeah.
So if anyone's walking behind you, they're walking right into your droplets. There you go. Yeah, spit guards. That's another good name for them.
Spit guards.
I mean, the social distancing helps, you know, but
It does.
if somebody's 6 feet away from you and you hear them sneeze and you casually turn around to look at who just sneezed, it is already too late. If you're really worried about contracting this airborne virus, you hear somebody sneeze and you don't act like a bomb just went off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
This is
you duck,
exactly
you
what
hit the
you
fucking
do.
floor, you run. Like, as soon as you hear the sneeze, you might have a chance. There's a
Stay
good
the fuck
chance
home.
that if you've encountered somebody, if you've been in anywhere, somebody who's actually had this inside of a building, you've probably contracted it. And there's a good chance you may be asymptomatic.
Yeah.
But there's a good chance that you're already a carrier because, I mean, it lingers in a building for like 6 hours, airborne.
Yep.
Just fucked up when if you've been to the grocery store.
The latest stats that are Canada's version of the CDC has said the COVID virus can live up to 5 hours depending on the surface.
I've heard
a bunch of tests on that.
Yeah, I believe that's on metal. On cardboard, it doesn't last that long at all. I think it's a couple of hours. It's not as long as like on glass or metal. Yeah.
Glass or metal or plastics, it'll last longer. But anything that's porous, well, actually, glass, metal, and cardboard and plastics are all porous technically, but cardboard, paper,
not quite porous. Yeah, cardboard. I mean, it just sucks all the moisture that it would need.
Yeah,
you know, the micro droplets that it would need to sustain itself out in the environment for a while. It just sucks that right off, so it dries up real quick.
Yep, it was right. So no, 3 days is nonsense on it. It won't last for 3 days on any surface. So,
oh, you saw 3 days? No, it was definitely. I think it was only 3 hours to tell you the truth. But yeah.
Well, it's 3 to 5 depending on the surface.
Yeah.
I have the best mask for defense against coronavirus because it scares the shit out of it.
Oh, really?
It's my Rorschach from the Watchmen mask. There you go.
Excellent.
You see the gray part in here? When you breathe, it disappears and comes back. So it actually looks like the Rorschach mask in the movie.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Damn.
I'd put it on, but it doesn't go over the headphones very well. I could take off the headphones, but then everyone's going to want me to start taking off more. Fuck you guys.
It's a slippery slope. That's what it is.
It's a slippery slope, yeah. Guys, I'm running out of beer here.
Oh, no.
I know. This is
That's tragic.
It's like Shakespearean tragic. Well, maybe not that much. I'm not going to die at the end. It's okay. I'll just have to, I'm going to have to figure out a way to mainline it from the fridge to my arm. Like, plug it right in there. It's like the old ideas that I used to have for a caffeine IV. Just pour the cup of coffee in that plastic bag and hook it up to my arm here. I'll be good.
I might hear a little too much. Like I'm finishing Neil's sentences.
You might be. You might be around too much. I'll tell you, IQ, when we first met and started shooting shit and stuff and having you pop in here and stuff like that, I felt a kinship with you instantly. So if that says anything.
Likewise, man.
So yeah. We're getting all bro softy here now. Here's a tissue. No, I'm just...
Oh, man.
See, I have everything within arm's reach, people. Including legalized Canadian weed canister.
Oh, nice.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and gummy worms, and of course, you can't be anyone if you don't have a Marvin the fucking Martian figurine.
Nice.
I'm going to blow up the Earth.
I like the idea of a cardboard head, a cardboard box on my head to keep yourself safe from the coronavirus. That's a very interesting idea, Crazy Catnip.
I saw this one.
It
was on TikTok. Somebody had put a sweatshirt on, like a hoodie on, and then they took a clear pan lid that goes on top of like a pan that you boil water with, and they put it inside of the hood and then tighten the hood up, so you just had this mask of glass right in front of your face.
Wow.
Awesome.
So I got this
Uh,
for my
that was
kid.
fucking genius.
I got this matching mask.
Oh yeah, one of those old school doctor masks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The old plague
dude,
doctor mask.
no,
And I got one for my kid and one for me.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
that is fucking awesome, man.
yeah. I thought it was
Where
very
did you
fitting.
find that?
Amazon, where else, right? You just gotta
Yeah,
put in,
right.
like plague doctor mask, and believe it or not, there's like a ton of these things kicking around.
I need one. I
think
totally fucking need one.
This cost me
You-
$20.
That's it.
Go to the
You-
grocery
you can
store with that
Yeah.
on. Love
We
it.
have to remember something here, folks. $20 in the US is about $95 in Canada.
Yeah, it is different. Yes.
Now you can order it off of wish.com, but it'll only be $3, but it'll be the size of my watch when it comes
Yeah.
Yeah.
And fall apart as soon as oxygen hits it.
I actually made a video that I put up on Facebook of me reciting, what was it, the Jabberwocky. So I had my mask on, and I had wrapped a blanket around me because it's the quarantine. What else are you gonna do besides recite the Jabberwocky with a plague doctor mask on? And so it was fun.
I kind of
Dude,
also
stuff that nose full of lavender petals.
Right,
No, better
dude.
yet, stuff it full of weed. That will get rid of all the bad air.
It'll make you feel good, that's for sure.
if you stuff it full of weed, I'm going to be tempted to light the end of it. Yeah, Donna, if you make these masks, make me one. I kind of also want the. You're familiar with Doctor Who
Oh,
and the little kids in the World War II one where they got the mask with the snorkely things on them. I kind of want one of those too. Doctor Who's fantastic. It's one of my. I remember being fucking like 3-4 years old watching the old.
well, I remember the Tom Baker ones in the number 4. I mean, I grew up watching that stuff.
I remember being scared out of my pants when the dudes with the robots with the plungers for hands used to come through the door.
The
The
Daleks.
Daleks.
Alex, yeah.
Do you have that T-shirt, Daleks? When you absolutely positively has to be exterminated.
Nice. Nice.
It's awesome. I was gonna sacrifice it to Shannon Q because she's a big Doctor Who fan, but I forgot to bring it with me last year. However, the best Dalek one is this one. If I can find it amongst the 8 billion T-shirts I have over here. There we go. This is the best fucking one yet. And there we go. Oh my god, it's R2D2. I love him in Star Trek.
I see that design. That's great. That's great. They're gonna kill someone with nerd rage is gonna kill you with that shirt on.
I know. It's like the old the one where you see Picard and it says signed Gandalf. It's something like that. Live long and prosper.
Right.
It says signed Gandalf. So funny. Doctor Who masks, sweet. You gotta send me pictures of these, Donna. You have my fucking phone number, I think. So text me some pictures. I want to see that shit. Donna lives in my neck of the woods too, by the way.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
And once this COVID-19 thing goes to the wayside, we're gonna get together and drink ourselves silly and laugh and smoke pot and all kinds of stuff. So it's gonna be fun.
I have a place already set up where I'm gonna go to get my first drink on once this whole thing is relatively over, and it's at the Thirsty Scholar over in Somerville, and they have they have this little room that's almost private. It's semi-private room, but you could still kind of look out onto the bar itself, but it's away from everybody else. I think that is probably the safest place I'll be able to drink in public. The least chance of getting corroded.
Yeah, probably. Hang on here. I thought you had. Oh no, we've been communicating on Facebook Messenger. That's why. And I haven't been on there in like forever. So, oh yes, look, April 6th, you sent me a message. Sorry, Donna, I barely ever use this thing. DC Marble Fabrics.
Rory
DC
Herbert, I saw that video too of the Daleks going around telling people to stay inside or be exterminated.
Mikey! I'm gonna use Facebook and text you my cell phone right now. No drunk calls at 3 a.m. Okay, maybe a few. There you go. Came through on the Facebook Messenger thing, Majiggy.
A thing, right?
You young kids in your technology.
Shakes fist in sky.
Yeah. Shakes fist. Yeah, old man shakes fist at sky. Eepa! Yeah, I do. I just asked Prophet of Zod. I do voices. I was in a couple of his. It was pretty funny.
Cool.
Into the Spider-Verse or Into the Zodverse. That was my favorite one to do. I got to play old Zod. And like you picked me for old Zod because of this, right? Because I'm old looking.
Distinguished. That's we'll call it distinguished.
That's what my mom says too. You and my mom should hook up. I mean, wait. Did I just say that? I'm kidding. Yeah. You know, the sad thing is my mom's was with this guy for quite a few years now. He was probably about 7 or 8 years her senior.
Okay.
And he passed away just recently. And he left her nothing.
Nothing?
Like nothing. And he was loaded.
So he had something. He just didn't give anything to her.
Nothing to her at all. I'm like, well, you know, this doesn't surprise me. He's kind of a dick that way. He's kind of a cheap ass, which is probably why he had all the money. But yeah, he didn't even leave her one of like her favorite picture at his house. Like nothing.
Yeah, that's
all those
For a
years.
second, I felt the conversation was going towards this. First, we need to define this nothing.
It's not. I'm not using it in the context as a
because that's impressive.
Fucking young Earth creation.
Elusive.
How does something come from nothing? Well, first of all, nothing isn't even a thing, asshole. So everywhere we look,
like I know what nothing is. My grandfather left it to me in his will.
Yeah. So now we could probably find nothing if we unscrewed your head and looked inside. But
I'm looking at the Dragon Queen's comment of she lives in Florida. You should come up to Massachusetts. We're always taking more people up here.
Dawn's like, who else is Alan gonna drunk call? Tell Alan he can drunk call me anytime. That's her husband, by the way. Jen Aldrich apparently misses Mikey's shit. Oh, shit out of you. I didn't read it all the way. Sorry. I don't know where I'm going with this shit.
Hey, it's what's inside.
I don't know where I'm going with Mikey's shit either, apparently. I don't even know what's going on anymore. Who am I? Where am I? What is this?
How did I get here?
I just going into the old talking heads thing. Yeah. What was with this in the video, anyways?
I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't
I'm
know.
loving this. Everybody being so inquisitive.
Shush. You just shush. It looks like he's chopping up his arm like it's sushi or something. He's chopping it into chunky rolls or something.
Some kind of self-harm, I think. Something.
It's Blur's Day.
It's the Pain Olympics.
Yeah. Scott, you haven't said much, buddy. Pop up?
Well, I would, but everybody's talking. I'm enjoying.
And Duke's not even in here.
I'm actually about to jump off of here because I gotta be on Chris Mallard's show tomorrow morning, so I'm gonna get a good night's sleep.
Okay.
I'm co-hosting the Daily Atheist tomorrow. So.
Oh, I'm gonna bug the shit out of you guys tomorrow morning. I start work at 5 in the fucking morning, so I'm at work by the time you guys get going. So I'm gonna pop in there and I'm gonna post a whole bunch of those little emojis of this just for you.
Yeah,
very nice.
Oh, all right, guys. Well, thanks for having me on. Thanks.
Always
Andy.
a pleasure, my friend.
Yeah, good talking to you.
Absolutely.
Nice to meet you, empathetic.
Yeah, you also.
Yeah.
And I'll see you later, IQ.
Yeah, see you, Justin.
Everyone
See you
should go
guys.
on everyone's shows. There you go.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I always try and do.
Exactly. That's what I try. Suggest people to Chris's show or to your show or to whoever's show, because that's how the community gets bigger and bigger, right? We just sort of share.
Eventually, when I eventually start my shows up on YouTube, I'm still thinking about all that stuff. I don't want to dive into quickly, and I got me. Yeah, IQ's already got me on 15 different Discords, and I'm just sitting here, my head fucking spinning.
My adopted family on my father's side.
There was a few I didn't give you.
All right.
I'm still trying to see who I need to get in touch with modern day debates, because I'd like to. I think it's Steve.
James.
I need to talk to.
James.
Yeah.
James. Okay.
Yeah, James.
Yeah.
You just figure out who you want to debate, man. We'll make it happen.
Okay. Yeah. I'll get with James, and I got a bunch of guys that I talked to, but nobody
I
actually
moderate
wants
his
to
chat,
get
and I'm
on
an admin in
camera.
his Discord, so I mean, I can certainly get a hold of him easy.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, I'll just get somebody and get in touch with you. But yeah, I'm about to jump off here. But thank you guys for having me on.
No problem, Justin. Now fuck
See you,
off so
bud.
I can get Jen in here.
Yeah.
All right, Jen. I'm sending you a link.
Oh, to Rory, my father's side of the family, he is I am adopted, but my adopted father, his family goes back to the Mayflower, actually.
Wow.
And my mother's side of the family, I'm not sure how far she goes back. I think they go back pretty far. On my birth certificate, they put down their nationality as Yankee, so that just tells you something about who they are in the world.
Yankee.
Yankee, exactly.
They're from the north.
Oh, definitely. Yes, they're definitely hardcore, Massachusetts, or whatever you call us, Massachusetts folk. Yeah.
Oh, Donna, are you leaving? I have so much. Okay, bye. Okay, so I've lost control of the chat, people. I have no idea what's going on.
Well, it's official. Tuesday at 9 Eastern, I'll be debating Darth over a modern day debate.
Good.
Really? Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome.
That'll be fun.
Tuesday. Wait, 9. What time? What time zone? Central.
9 Eastern.
Eastern. So
Yep.
that's 6 my time. And this is Tuesday, which I don't stream on Tuesdays. I'm
Yep,
there.
It's Tuesday. Yep.
Do you have a moderator? How does that work? Is it just you and him? Is there a moderator?
James is supposed to be the moderator, but James
This
is
is
pretty
good.
lax on his moderation.
Good luck.
Yeah, James pretty much introduces everybody. Unless it's gone completely derailed, he'll hop in and try to get everything back on track. But it's the wild fucking west in there. It's just like everything goes. His chat is more or less completely like not moderated, at least from a rules perspective. I mean, there's a lot of vitriol that gets tossed back and forth in that chat, but it's just like, don't be a complete bigot. I hardly ever see anybody really get like banned or kicked from that chat just because it's so laxed. But that's his deal. You know, if you moderate for him and you don't like it, you don't have to watch. You know, you don't have to be in there. But it's just like he always just keeps a broad spectrum of a lot of different views, and everybody kind of comes together, and nobody really crosses that line hardly ever, at least in the chat.
Yeah.
True. And welcome, Jen, darling. How are you?
Hi. How's you?
I'm,
Yeah.
drinking, so things are good.
Way too early to be drinking for me.
Well, yeah, I kind of figured that. But there is such a thing as AM ale,
Oh.
Hey,
You can put a little Carolines or Irish.
Hot
Irish
water
cream
score.
in. Oh, yes. Right. She's in Australia where it's like a desert all the time.
Yeah. Having said that, it's really overcast today, so
Oh, is it? Oh, it's beautiful today. It's the hottest it's been here so far this year. It reached over 20 degrees Celsius. So, and I have to wear fucking coveralls at work, standing beside high heat distillation units when I'm doing the antifreeze side. So I'm like literally like, holy fucking shit! I'm losing 30 pounds every day at work.
You're schwitzing. That's what you are, right? You're schwitzing.
I like it. Some Yiddish. That's great. Schwitzing,
I did-
schwitzing, a little bit. You
Dated a couple of Jewish girls. You pick up a couple of things. Yeah.
Were they Japs or? By the
No,
way,
very
guys,
nice, very nice Jewish girls. Yeah, yeah.
Oy
when
vey.
I say Japs, it means Jewish American princess, not anything derogatory. Well, it kind of is, but it's okay because I'm an ex-Jew, so I can say that.
I know who Governor John Winthrop is. Very, very interesting, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
you want to be careful with that logic on Twitter, Neil.
I know.
Just because
I
you
know.
are something doesn't mean you can say something.
I know. Everyone jumps all over you. I know.
I've had a week ban for something like that.
Did you? Fuck, no way, really?
Yeah.
I remember you were talking.
Yeah,
about
I told a joke that Twitter told me was wrong, and the joke was entirely at my own expense, and I'm like, fuck off.
I could say this Twitter, so fuck you.
Yeah.
Red, what are you doing? You're supposed to be interacting with us, not the fucking chat.
Oh,
I'm kidding. Clearly.
no, I don't know. I just talking about. So yeah, I'll probably. So those, with the very recent controversy with modern day debate. If you guys don't want to go watch it over there, I'll probably simulcast it on my Twitch channel, or it will end after the debate's done, download and stuff. I'll post it up on my YouTube channel for those that don't.
Yeah.
And
I have a question. When isn't there a thing happening at modern day debates that's controversial?
Well, I think this one's probably a bit worse. Inviting Nazis on and stuff like that for the debate.
Like, are they really Nazis? I mean, I have no idea. This is a real live Nazi you got going on there?
Yeah, Cernovich and Stryker are Nazis. They don't like calling themselves Nazis, but they advocate for white ethno-state and all that other stuff.
That's
So,
what they are.
So I mean, they're Nazis. If you don't like calling them Nazis, they're definitely fascists.
Oh, I'll call them Nazis, sure.
Oh,
If
yeah.
it shoe fits and everything. If the jackboot fits, then, Nazis they are.
If the shoe fits, you take it off their foot and shove it up their ass.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not fond of calling people Nazis per se. I mean, Nazism sort of died out with the end of the Second World War to a large extent, but fascists definitely.
I mean, we've had a pretty active neo-Nazi party in the U.S. since World War II. Right?
True enough.
Yeah.
I mean, it hasn't died out.
I never understood that in the U.S. Like, you guys beat them. What are you doing?
Well, we claim that we beat them, but it wasn't entirely the U.S. It was mostly Britain that did it. And the Russians.
The Russians.
wait, no.
Yeah.
And the Canadians and the Australians, we're all part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think of it kind of like a virus, and people who are infected with a virus. What we did in World War II is that we squashed out all of the infected people, but the virus was still around, and it reinfected some people.
He's got a point. That's not funny. He's right.
And
Well,
we
white
weren't.
supremacy has a long tradition here in the States. I
Yeah.
mean, it is when you talk about something being baked within the system, racism really is it.
Yeah. Well, and like the America First phrase that a lot of them like to use was something used pretty heavily during World War II or just before the lead up. And I don't know if you remember like the Dr. Seuss cartoons about America First at the time.
Yeah.
With the Nazis. So yeah, we got a long tradition of that garbage here, and it's kind of
People were getting, eugenics was huge here too.
Yeah.
From what I understand, they were like blue ribbons given to families in county fairs for being the most fit.
oh yeah. And then there was the shit we did with the Native Americans, trying to destroy their culture and all that stuff, and like even into the 20th century and stuff too with the Native American schools and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, we weren't far away from.
Well, you're never going to get rid of racism completely. Same with any of those sort of othering type things. All you can do is encourage a society that's more inclusive.
Yeah, I agree.
If you make a society less miserable, there'll be less miserable people in it.
That's true.
Well, yes, I agree with that. But you're never going to get rid of it completely. You're not going to stop people going, "Oh, that's a bit different. I don't understand it. Therefore, I'm a bit funny." But you can encourage people not to go from that thinking to full-blown racism or homophobia or whatever else. And that's where you encourage a society that's more tolerant.
On that note, I actually have to get ready to go to work. I thought this is running longer than I thought. I would like to have stayed for the entire thing, but I do have to go to work within a little bit. So I think I'm going to bust out.
Andy, been a fucking pleasure having you on today, brother.
I feel like I'm missing out now that we're just starting to talk about Nazis. I feel like we buried the lead.
Well, I'll tell you what, my friend. Once somebody's actually done the show, They're always welcome into any one of my after parties.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
I'll keep that in mind.
He's going to every which direction. So
Cool. Well,
Yeah.
good luck with the Nazis.
yeah.
I'll see you guys later. Thanks again, Neil, for having me on.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure,
See you,
buddy.
bud.
And
Take care.
Have a good one.
You too.
And it's not exactly exclusive to somebody being on your show, though that does help because they're more familiar with the process. I was hopping into your after parties for months before I appeared on your show.
Yeah, but you were
I
kind
was
of like,
too. Yep.
yeah, Red too. Yeah. Fuck, Red. You've been around. You've been with me doing this from day one, pretty much. So
Yep.
yeah, it's been
So
a long
2
time.
years now.
2 years, yeah. I was gonna say, holy shit, dude, that's 2 years now. That's crazy. So, Jen, is the kid asleep yet? Did you hit him with a hammer? Oh yeah, you were saying you don't have enough bleach to do that. I forgot.
you need some acid as well, don't you? And a bath.
Something like that. And Scott seems to have been abducted by aliens, apparently. I told you, Scott, tinfoil hat, buddy. They can't hit you with the mind beams if you do that. I got a great picture of Weird Al Yankovic wearing a tinfoil hat. It's fucking beautiful. I used to use it every time somebody would post something that would be considered conspiratorially nutty. They would say something utterly ridiculous. Okay, they'd say something utterly ridiculous, and I'd post Weird Al with the. And it's not only is it a tinfoil hat, but it looks like a pirate hat. So it's fucking beautiful. I post that underneath their statement, and they'd be like, "What's that mean?" Nothing. Weird Al in a tinfoil hat. What could be cooler than that?
You know, Trump wouldn't wear a tinfoil hat; he'd wear a tinfoil condom.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's not good in a lightning storm.
Are you saying it's his lightning rod?
I can't believe I didn't put that together. Holy shit. Jen, you're on the ball tonight. Or this morning for you.
Dear.
If I was drinking in the morning, I'd still be at work and I'd be in trouble.
And after that line of thinking, there are more Americans praying for a unique lightning strike than ever before.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
You're going to charge up the genitals again. Run around naked with tinfoil on your unit. You know, it's funny because Don
by the genitals. Yeah.
Don AFK, and back in the day before I knew what AFK meant, I always thought it meant "oh fuck" or something like that. I don't know for some reason. And LOL when I first started going on. Now this is before the internet, kids. This is before the internet, kids. I used to go on things called local chat rooms and BBS services, and people would chat in chat rooms. And of course, this is back when things were like 300 or 600 baud. Okay, so you type something in, it would take a half a second just to load, and people would be typing LOL, and I'd never really seen this before. And those look like little TIE fighters from the front. So I'm thinking the people who are talking about Star Wars. I mean, yeah, talking about Star Wars. I go, what do you mean? Well, you just put a little TIE fighter there. You go, no, that means laugh out loud. I go, oh, I wasn't hip on the computer speed.
And then you got Ruffle and all only floor laughing my ass off.
Hang on, we got someone else that will jump in.
TIE fighters. Well done, Doorknob.
Well, I had been abducted by aliens. My cats wanted to see outside.
Oh shit, Brainbug! Just saw your message. Shit, sorry, dude. Oh shit,
Yeah,
I feel bad.
Don't you find it strange now how after all the years of people learning all these things for typing on Twitter and originally IRC and message boards and stuff like that, people often now, instead of actually laughing at a joke, will go lol. They'll actually say it.
Yeah.
Yes. Jen,
I killed the conversation with that, but
it's in our
I find it
dictionary.
fascinating.
Lol.
It's in our dictionary.
Yeah.
LOL is in our fucking dictionary.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Oh,
Yeah, I just find it fascinating that people will use these acronyms in actual speech instead of actually putting the emotion into something. I'm like, what are we becoming Vulcans or something? Are we going to lose the ability to actually have emotional responses?
You know, I've given this a great deal of thought, and I do believe that that's very hilarious.
Well done, I did.
Why am I typing this? I can talk. I did pay attention to Jen. I sent the link. Okay, who's echoing? Someone's got the shit running or something.
I got earbuds in, it ain't me.
Yeah, I got earbuds in too.
It's probably Jen.
Are you the echo, are you? Oh, people don't normally get echo when I go through my speakers. That's all right. I'll swap.
It's weird because it only pops up once in a blue. It doesn't. It's not like it's consistent. It just seems to happen every 27 or 30 seconds. Why is 27? Where was I going with that? That's weird. Anyway,
Is that
stop
better?
touching your face, Neil. Fuck.
Yeah.
Is that better?
That
Less
may
echo?
be your current latency.
Yes, that's much better. Thank you. And what were you going on about latency? What?
That might be the stream delay
Oh, okay.
between here and YouTube.
Oh, it's Nathaniel. Hey.
Hey!
He's going to yell at me because I still haven't fucking finished recording that thing for him.
It's fine. I was going to send you an email and say we found somebody else.
Oh, did you? I just
No, we just made the
every time
decision.
I sit down to do this, no matter what I do, somebody's fucking making noise here, and I don't have a proper studio, like I told you.
Well,
So
at least they're making noise while fucking. That's good news.
Well, I can't confirm that, but I guess it's possible. Well, the ones above us have kids, and they stomp like fucking little tiny elephants all the time.
Oh, dude, you should
Wow.
hear our roommates. And we all have a
Yeah.
bedroom. Like
I know you were telling me that it gets crazy.
Yeah, and we tell them in advance we're live streaming. They don't fucking care. So
If you found someone else to do it, that's awesome because I really don't know.
no, not yet.
If I'm going to get it. Oh, well then. I know. When I was out having a smoke between the shows, I talked to the girl who's the mom upstairs, and they're going away. They're going over to their little hidey hole cabin in Gabriel Island over here tomorrow.
Yeah.
So they're not going to be here. So I'm going to give it a shot tomorrow.
Okay.
I've done it twice, and every time I get like right to the end of it, I'm like, "Fuck! God damn it!" I've even tried the whole pillow over my head or towel over my head thing to try and dampen the sound.
Uh-huh.
I've attempted this 3 fucking times in the past 4 days. So
All right. No, if you can, if you can record those things and you get almost all the way through, we're using somebody to help us kind of splice audio together too. So if you have just like little pieces and then you have other ones that work, we can do that.
Gotcha.
So
okay.
yeah, thank you for helping us regardless.
Okay. And it's not much, really.
No.
The first time I attempted, I'll admit, there was no noise issues, but I was not happy with the way I was doing it. Every time I do it, I'd listen back. I use Audacity, by the way. Is that cool?
Yeah, well, whatever you want to use is fine. As long as it's a file we can. By the way, hi, everybody. Neil's helping us with a show, and he's recording some stuff for us. Since now everybody needs to know what the hell's going on. We can't tell you what it is because it's a surprise, but Neil's helping us.
Oh,
And I helped.
Not yet, he hasn't, but he's supposed to.
And whose voice are you impersonating this time, Neil?
No, it's just going to be me.
Yeah, he is reading somebody's lines,
Yeah.
but he's not impersonating that person. That would be
Okay.
That'd be impressive if you could, though, especially considering your voice compared to his.
Wait, well, who says this?
Nobody. I can't. That's a surprise, man.
You can't divulge this information.
Yeah, because then people will go figure it out. But it is somebody that everybody knows. So
Revealing it really all that much. It's not a lot, as you can see, right?
yeah,
Well, it's not a lot.
Quick pause.
Yeah, it's like Google.
Well, that's why I was moving it, so people couldn't go freeze it. Well, they might be able to, but it's going to be blurry if you try to.
Jen and Mikey also help. So yeah, and we also have. I guess I can go this. You and Jen and Mikey. And
I know. I have the same problem, Jen.
How to Heretic. Who the hell else helped, babe? Suzanne.
I'd like to say, Jen, I have that problem every day when my brain gets ahead of my mouth and then my mouth can't actually say the words my brain wants it to.
Who else? Yeah, I'm gonna say, if you ever watch my streams live, I'm that way.
Yeah, I'm the same.
I get to a point, I'm like trying to say what I'm saying, and I'm like, no, that's not it. That's, or any of this here, and I just trip up over what I say, and I say some pretty weird stuff on stream.
It's funny.
You should see all the outtakes from my pre-records. It's just amazing because my pre-records. I have put a few bloopers on the end of some of my videos. I didn't for last night's one, even though there were a few nice bloopers in there. It was just because I wanted to get that out quickly. But generally speaking, I do live response to things even on my pre-records. So the first time probably the second time I watch it through is when I do the response, and I do them off the cuff, unless of course there's something I particularly have to research. So it's me gathering my thoughts and actually saying them straight to the camera without actually writing anything down, so nothing's scripted. And you can tell when I'm tripping over my thoughts because, yeah, my mouth just doesn't work properly.
Troth Bubbles. I love your channel, Jen. I've watched everything you've put out so far. That was too quick. There we go.
Yeah.
That's what she said. Sorry.
I watch your stuff, Jen. It's awesome. But yeah,
Jen's a fucking riot.
She is. I love her. I love it a bit. We need to start the Jen Collective properly. There's enough of us now. We could create a Jen channel.
That would be awesome.
Gens are taking over the fucking world, I tell you.
No, better than the Karens.
I had a brief epiphany for a
calling somebody a Jen is not an insult.
Yeah, that's why I was hoping better you folks than the Karens.
The Genceptive Collective.
I've been waiting for.
Okay, Jen, it is happening. We will find a few of us and we will start a show called the Jen Collective, even if it's only once a month, just for the sake of it.
Or like Genceptive. Like kind of like Genception, but like the Genceptive. I don't know. It has a nice little stylish ring to it.
The Gen Inception.
I'm gonna
going deep into the. No. That cannot be the byline. Going deep into the gens. What the hell was I thinking?
I mean, we're naming a show. I mean, it would take me like 5 days to name a cat. I gotta get like a thesaurus out and think about it and look up like ancient text and everything's fucking deep with me. So I mean,
Egyptian text.
You mean hieroglyphics?
Yeah, I mean they adored cats. I mean,
I'm gonna throw my cartouche at you, you prick. Anyway, so
Neil, I need to apologize to all of the Karens that you may have watching. I don't want them to tell the manager on me. So
my mom's name is Karen, dude.
Your mom's name's Karen?
Karen.
But it's spelled Caron.
It's not the same.
Like
Karen,
from the Greek mythology.
The cats.
And Jen, you need to give me your phone number. Jen Aldrich. Sorry.
Yeah, I get that. You don't want to be phoning me. It'd be bloody expensive.
No, not on my plan. My plan, I get free fucking long distance. So, but yeah, mind you, for my entire plan, which includes my data, my phone, long distance worldwide for free, it's $112 a month. Canadian, which is about $5 in the US. So.
I don't really know the exchange rate right now because we can't go to your country, but
I know. I'm like, fuck. I hope this is gone by June. I really wanted to do Faith and Forum. Like, this is pissing me off.
Telling you, I've been telling you.
Fucking drink my face off with you guys, Nate. I mean, fuck.
Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen, man.
No, I mean, go ahead.
No, I've been saying that. I think Neil, you and I spoke about that in March, and I was like, I don't think it's gonna happen. So,
yeah, I think we're gonna have quite a few waves of this if we try to send everybody back out again.
Yep.
You know,
That's the thing is stay doing what we're doing, and it'll eventually flatten the curve.
Yeah. Well, and you know, China just had a new outbreak or whatever last week. So after they started letting everybody back, so this is probably going to be a wave every so often. You know, maybe lock down for a bit and then go out and just kind of back and forth until we get a vaccine.
I think Best Buy, they are furloughing 51,000 on Sunday, and they are those that are furloughed are going to keep their benefits, and they're going to be paying for their tuition for up to, what do we see, babe? Like 90 days or something like that, an extra 3 months or something. So, and that's the 19th. And so they're expecting a little bit as well. I would anticipate that. So,
yeah, Jen, I'm down for that. And message me, Jen. I need to get your phone number so we can text each other too, by the way. And that way I can sing, Jenny, I got your number. I'm sorry. 867. No, I'm just kidding.
Pretty much. I don't know. I don't even have Jen's number.
I mean,
damn you, Tommy Two-Tone.
Yeah. And we had this band in my high school, like back in like 81, and they did that at the because we go through junior high then senior high here, right? So you go like grade 8 through 10 is junior high, and then 11 and 12 is senior high. So we do a grade 10 grad, right? So they played for our grade 10 grad, and they did that number along with, I think, Message in a Bottle by the Police and a couple other stupid shit too. Well, they did some Ramones, and I was like, yeah, okay, now I respect it. but yeah, they did that Jenny, I Got Your Number song, and I was like, oh my god, because I fucking hated that song back in the day.
Jenny, I Got Your Number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a popular name.
9. What's that?
Of course, the obvious answer to that is, are you fucking stalking me?
I get.
Oh wow,
that's better than me. I get drunk and I either play Call of Duty or I read something.
Jen Brie.
One of the two.
I usually get so drunk, hop on streams and talk shit.
Yeah, it's a little early for you to be drunk, though, you were saying, right?
Yeah, but I can often manage to talk shit even when I'm not drunk. So
this is true.
I'm just a little tired at the moment. So like, I shouldn't be because I've not long got up. But
you ever wonder?
I think it has something to do with being up late.
You ever wonder if anyone did have that number 8675309 and if they kept getting called all the time when that hit song hit?
I'd change my fucking number.
Not fucking Jen, though. Fuck off.
It doesn't have enough digits to be somebody's number, though, does it?
What, back then it did. We didn't need to have area code.
Yeah, if
our number
area code.
Yeah, it just ignores the area code.
Yep.
Or what it is, right?
Yeah, it's implied in the song that you're in the same area code. So
yeah.
We're thinking too deep about that song, let's be honest.
Getting all the heavy breathing calls.
Neil. I would just be going over and over again. This microphone's awesome, by the way. Use this more often.
I guess you're going to need my number too, then, Nathaniel.
Yeah, I've been asking for your number for a while. You're like all of the girls I knew in high school. You're not giving it to me. Also, now. I don't ask anybody for numbers now. Susan is the only one that I want. By the way, anybody in the I think I have Mike.
Might need to up your game a little bit, Nate.
So it was Easter.
Just saying.
And I went and bought something like fucking 900 grams of mini eggs. So it's because I fucking love those things. And I already ate 2/3 of the bag watching season 1 of Vikings. So.
I heard I heard that's not far off from like actual reality in that show.
Yeah, they do a pretty good job with historical accuracy. That there's still plenty of stuff wrong, but
yeah,
it's a lot better. It's not like if you take like The Last Kingdom or whatever.
Oh God!
But I mean that's a historical fiction, so it follows a fictional character around historical events. So
I just sent you my number, Nathan.
But
yeah, I got it. No, he is 604.
Yeah, I told you.
Let's see. Cat is in a chat. Awesome. Oh yeah. Nope, that's gone. Lost it. You like my green screen, right? It's pretty awesome. Nobody likes it. Nobody likes my green
That's
screen.
not your green screen. That's legit your background. Fuck off. See, you moved to the Pacific Northwestish area too, so
As a corgi walks behind me and completely destroys
This isn't a
it.
green screen either. I'm being sucked into a black hole.
Good for you.
it's a wormhole, not a black hole.
It's a wormhole, not a black hole. Yes.
I'm not
Could
an
be
astro.
a white
whatever.
hole. Wonder if they'll discover those eventually.
What white holes?
Yeah. You know, they have them in Yu-Gi-Oh.
I'm not actually of the personal opinion that singularities don't actually exist. So,
what?
I think they're just a mathematical anomaly. Yeah.
We've measured their
You still
weight.
have black holes, but they won't be singularities. They'll just be very, very large neutron stars. You'd still have an event horizon. Effectively, from the outside, we wouldn't be able to tell the difference, but internally, you wouldn't have a singularity.
Oh yeah. Does that parse mathematically, or are we just?
No, it can. It's also a solution.
Oh, okay. Cool.
See, the problem you have with general relativity is you're not taking into account quantum effects, and at the quantum level, it's probably very unlikely that you can actually create a singularity. So,
well, the quantum level physics breaks down anyway.
Most likely rule out the other, and then you end up with the situation where you don't actually have a singularity. The math still works regardless, but yeah, it's just an anomaly of our mathematics that we end up with singularities as opposed to very, very dense neutron stars. But from the physical effects that we would see externally, looking at it, light still wouldn't be able to escape. It'd still bend space-time around it, etc., etc. So you would know the difference. It's just internally the mechanics are different.
Oh.
Mikey, that's not what we mean, buddy. African American. Oh.
Yeah, I'm sorry. If it goes down a physics route, I tend to get sidetracked.
Oh, I knew. I do that with first century Palestinian religion and anything that's like paleo anything. So don't worry about it. I know I did a 3-hour stream on Easter about Easter. So it was fun. I don't know how people stayed and watched, but they did. So.
That's my problem. From the point of view of us doing the streams, 3-hour streams can be quite fun. You get a group of people together and we all talk and we have fun and we go through a whole heap of different subjects. And it's great for the people who get to watch it live because we get to interact with the chat. But those streams just sort of sit there and do nothing afterwards because no one in their right mind looks through a YouTube list and goes, that's a 3-hour stream. I think I might sit and watch that. They might put it on in the background or something like that.
Well, that's why I stream to Twitch and then I cut out the specific bits for videos and put them on my YouTube channel. They seem to do better that way.
Yeah, it sounds like work.
Yeah.
I've done like 10-hour streams over on Twitch before.
10 hours? How do you do that?
Well, you have something big. So I did it for the primary. So I had a whole bunch of videos I was going to respond to, and so I knock them out one by one, talk to the chat, and then as results start coming in, we just focus on the results of the news and watch that for the latter half. But yeah, that's how I did it. I've only done it a couple of times. I now have the time to do it every day now if I wanted to, but I don't have enough content for that to do it every day yet, unless I just play video games.
Yeah, I think I did a 5.5-hour Periscope talking about whether or not the gospel's reliable with the passion narrative, and then that was Saturday night into Sunday morning, and then Sunday afternoon I did the 3-hour video, pretty much about the same thing, but it wasn't people coming in here trying to ask me where the universe came from to prove that God exists while I'm trying to talk about fucking Easter. It was actually talking about the history of the holiday and stuff. So I guess I did. I did like 8.5 hours that day. So wow, just thinking about that. Oh,
So I was just looking in the chat at what at Jen's expertise in secular law, and I'd love to hear Jen's perspective on the crap that happened in Australia with George Pell.
She's gonna tell you.
Yeah. Oh, she'd happily tell me. I know that, but I'm sure other people would love to hear. In fact, Jen, I would love to hop on and stream with you sometime, and we can just talk about that and the stupid shit that happens in courts with stuff like that.
Susan there, bud?
yeah, she's on the other side of the table. I asked her if she wanted to join. No, she said, I don't want to see Neil. So,
well, fuck, who wants to see me?
Oh, definitely, Jen. Definitely. I will happily get up to do a stream about that.
Yeah, you did. Not me.
Sorry about my phone.
So I'm not touching this till isolation's over with. You know,
this is fucking 2.5 weeks now. I haven't touched a razor, and I bought new ones like a week ago, thinking, yeah, I need to shave, and I'm just like, maybe I'll see what an actual beard looks like on me. Because I've never grown one, right? But now I'm just like, it's too fucking itchy. I'm breaking out the razor tomorrow.
Oh, you get over it like about I don't know,
you do
month. Yeah, once because then it's not so because then it's like, oh man, I just gotta keep everything straight, and then you start worrying about that shit. It doesn't actually itch anymore. So
those first 5 weeks are fucking terrible though.
Yeah, I don't recommend. Because it's like, yeah, that was like when the whole the world started falling apart. And they're like, don't touch your face. And I was like, I have a beard. It's impossible. You're asking for impossible things right now.
Yeah, no problem. This isn't my face. It's my beard.
Yeah, fucking hospital full of bearded guys. Because then, of course, we can't wear the N95 masks because they don't fit properly. And it's like, I'm just going to die then. I'm just, you know what? No, I'm just going to die.
I'm just going to sit in my corner here quietly and die.
Yeah, I'd rather die than get rid of this right now. You only been working on this thing. Can you imagine somebody telling Richard Madsen, "Hey man, you got to shave that thing. If you want to survive, you have to shave your beard." Richard would be like, "It has been a wonderful time." And
ooh,
yes.
Nudge, wink, wink.
It actually the website is not at all. It's not NSFW. No.
We're both going to be all nice and trimmed up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But if you ever go to that website, can get you 20% off. By the way, it's very, very NSFW. By the way, because it's straight up. It's like this is going to keep your balls nice and lotioned and all that stuff. It's very much
because I need to have my balls lotioned.
Yeah, apparently they have like anti-chafing stuff too. Yeah, Jen saw it, right? Like a bunch of their proceeds go to the like something for testicular cancer research and stuff. So that's really cool.
That's cool.
That's definitely comforting, given that we're using the language like the word lawnmower, pubic region, and 20% off all in the same sentence.
Yeah, it's important to know you're not cutting out 20%. It's actually, that was 2.0, I think.
That was one of the best tattoos I've ever seen. Not long after birth. I can answer that. Yes, we do, because we know the owners. But anyway, so the best tattoo I ever seen was a girl, I guess, who had I didn't know personally, but it was a picture in a magazine for a tattoo magazine, and she had a little stick dude with a lawnmower going over the top of her, nether regions, we'll say, where the grass grows, and there's little black lines like the hair flying. It was pretty neat. I thought that's clever. That's clever. The scariest one I ever seen is in the same area, but it was Jaws. Yeah. You'd have to get me really drunk before I went, and you know what I mean. But anyway.
I saw one where shaved and everything, and it just said "fuck me." I was like, "Well, guess I'm not."
To the point.
Yeah. Now, if we're to this point, I guess that's probably. So, I know where to go. Thank you for the assistance. Yeah, I was like. I followed.
Whew.
So it's a lot of farming land there, isn't there? Is it? So is she suggesting that you're suggesting to plow them?
Just give me a minute, please.
You blushing, Neil? What's going on there?
It's a little warm in here at the moment.
Wouldn't invest in Gillette right now.
Mountain Mama! Too bad you can't be in here, Susan. You continue working on your background stuff.
Yeah, Susan. Continue working the background stuff. You don't have to be over here with us having fun. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I got about 10 more minutes and I got to get out of here. So, yes. How can Neil have a life under quarantine? That's what this is. The inquisitive quandary. Shut up, IQ. This is what inquiring minds want to know. I don't know because I was staring at your subliminal, your name, and shut up. Anyway,
That's how I do it.
He calls me at like 2 a.m. going, "Hey, inquisitive quandary." What?
Heard any good questions lately?
Yeah. Yeah. Tag me in. Oh, why? You want to come in, Mikey? I've only got about 10 minutes if you want to stick around for the last 10 minutes. Do we have any volunteers to let Mikey?
Switch me out.
All right, Scott. Well,
I'll watch.
you're always welcome in, brother, but you should be more participatory, buddy. I'll even give you one of those.
Everybody else was talking.
It's participatory.
Do you remember the little participation badges you used to be able to get in school? Yeah, Nate knows what I'm talking about.
You got
All right, Scott.
Yeah, switch us out.
Give me a shout if you want to jump in. Okay.
Love you guys.
Ooh,
There's Scott. Didn't even get to talk to Scott.
Mikey, what's going on, brother?
Hey, Mikey.
Hi.
What up, y'all?
Your hair and just blending it with your green screen. That's cool.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it looks like it's not. It looks like it's digital hair.
It's the green screen messing up. It's not because of anything else.
If you could ever figure out how to put digital hair on, just let me know. You know?
I know a guy who knows a guy.
I'm extra shiny today. Jeez.
You are.
Yeah, I changed my. I changed my screen or my
you do realize,
bulb.
Yeah.
And it's a.
Oh no, are you?
It's a little
are
bright.
You in my room again? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I am.
He's in my room. He's hanging out in my room. Yeah. That's fucking hilarious when you do that. I didn't even know you could actually do shit like that. Hey, whoa! Hey, there's my. That's actually that picture there that you see in the background. There is Storm from the X-Men, and it was a costume rendering idea from the actual movie set that my boss, his uncle, did all the costume stuff for the X-Men in the first movie because it was filmed here in Vancouver. So he gave me that. He's like, yeah, it's even signed by the artist. Yeah.
Well, how the hell did they get the Statue of Liberty over to Vancouver?
No. It's not Statue of Liberty. It's Storm. It's
no. In the movie.
Oh,
what's it called? Yeah, the Statue of Liberty was in there. What?
It's CG. What? They take a real aerial photograph of the real one.
Uh-huh.
And then when they get
Storm
scenes, it's all CG. Right?
So they took a picture. So
that was one of the costume ideas, and it's signed by the artist right there. So.
Oh, cool.
Is that White Storm?
No.
Yeah, she white.
That's snow. Yo, that ain't Storm. That's Snow Flurry. That ain't.
Yeah. That's Blizzard right there.
That's Blizzard. That's Whiteout.
There's a Transformer somewhere going, what?
There is a Canadian superhero mutant team, called Alpha Flight. I don't know if you guys knew that.
No.
Really?
Nobody cares.
Called Deadpool. X-Force.
Deadpool's Canadian. Wolverine is Canadian.
Yeah, X-Force.
X-Force.
X-Force, yeah. Oh, that's right. Deadpool started in X-Force.
X-Force.
Or actually, so did that was the reason. I think Deadpool ended up staying, and they had that Shatterstar guy who I think was technically, until they introduced North Star, Shatterstar was technically the first gay Marvel superhero. I think.
It would.
I think.
Yeah, I think there were some that were like, because Marvel's always kind of been like that much more than DC was.
Yes.
And I think there was stuff like, like back in the 70s or something.
Jeez, that is bright.
I don't remember. Yeah, I could probably find out, but it's not really that important. But yeah.
Yeah, but Marvel was pretty fucking racist back then too, right? You remember the egg young guy or whatever?
Yeah. Yeah. They moved more quickly over, into like the progressive side of things. Or they moved into that much more quickly than DC did.
Yep.
In some ways, DC is still not there. But
The hell is that?
not me.
Mikey, what are you doing?
I'm fixing the
Fucking
light.
around. Stop pushing buttons.
I pushed it. It's already been pushed. You can't stop me. I'm an adult.
Okay. You can't tell me what to do.
I pay the light bills around here. And that light bulb was like a fucking searchlight. Jeez. I usually have it like somewhere else. But now my glasses are ultra reflective. So there we go.
Yeah, so I take mine off too. Janet's in a space capsule.
I am. I'm in the Apollo lander.
That is
Well, no, the
fucking
Apollo
awesome.
orbiter.
He's in the Borg ship. Oh wait, there you go. Or the Matrix. Or a
I'm
computer.
in a circuit
ship.
board. Yeah.
Circuit board. That makes sense. I'm in
There we go.
my room.
Me too.
Now Mike's in my room.
Yeah. Yes, we are.
Did you see that I sent you my cell number too, right, Mikey? Saw that?
I already had your cell number though.
Did you?
Yep.
Oh,
I
of
texted
course you did.
Mm-hmm.
Did you? Wow, I'm attentive. You know what it is? I've got the sound turned down on this shit. I got it after the entire conversation we've had. I've already got it, dumbass.
I did not add the dumbass. I meant it,
No,
but I'm
no.
not sure how he knew I was going to say that.
I'm ad-libbing, and I can read mind. I'm like that with the little short dude with the curly hair on Harley Quinn. What's his name?
I haven't
the cartoon.
seen it.
You guys seen the new car? Oh my god, it's fucking awesome! You got to watch the Harley Quinn cartoon.
Oh, wait, what's it like to have time to do that?
What? I download them and watch them at leisure. So.
Oh, I wish I could.
Hello, Rory. How are you, sir?
So we're going on Atheist. Actually, Susan tomorrow is going to be on the Friendly Neighborhood Atheist, and then something else. In time. That's with you, Mikey. Tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I will have Susan to talk.
Yeah. And then
Oh,
Friday
yeah.
morning.
Noise.
Yeah, Friday morning we're going to Atheist Pastor, and I think it's like 4:30 in the morning or something like that, because that's evening for those people on the other side of the planet, and so
Yeah, but we're on the West Coast now, pal. The sun comes up early here.
yeah, late apparently, and he was like, "Yeah, man. So make sure you got plenty to drink." And I was like, "You mean coffee?"
Oh no, he means alcohol.
He definitely was like, "No alcohol, man." So
A
4:30,
little Irish cream in the coffee.
not bad. In Texas,
You can always sleep again and sleep it off.
yeah. Susan would be like, "No, I've got to go to work when this is over." In Texas, you can go to places that serve brunch, but you cannot. You can get a coffee, but you can't get anything in the coffee or anything that's like alcohol until like 10:30 or some shit on a Sunday. Isn't it 10:30? I think so, on a Sunday. So you can be sitting there with his coffee, and I'm like, you know what? No, I want a drink. This is day drinking time. Right now, I want different things. It's
We're all
Sunday.
stuck inside. What else are you gonna do?
How am I going to get ready for the fucking NFL if I can't drink right now? And so they put it in front of you, but they say you can't have it until 10:30. And I'm like, okay, so if I take it, who the fuck's going to know?
Yeah, just put it on the
Somebody
table
get
and
on
then turn
this.
your back.
Somebody get on this. Let's make a listing of the TV shows or the YouTube shows for atheists and when they generally go. An atheist
You know
TV guide.
Don used to do that before he left.
Who did?
Don used to do that. Another freaking atheist used to do it.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah. He had the whole atheist YouTube scheduled.
And I think, actually, Red, were you involved in the marathon thing when I went and visited him?
Yes, I was.
That's right. That was the longest running stream I was ever involved with. Was that one?
I was on
Of course, I fell asleep.
Yeah, I was on a 24-hour or so stream for Don's fundraiser.
Oh, that's 24 hours. No, I couldn't do that. I'd be dead.
I mean, I wasn't on it for the whole thing. You know, I hopped on when I got back from work, and then eventually just muted myself and fell asleep, took a nap, and then when I woke up, hopped on talk. You know, I was on the whole time, but then I just popped back on when I woke up.
Technically, you were there for the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still not as bad as Mole falling asleep during our stream. And fuck, who was on? It was Nacha and me were trying to get his attention to end the stream.
Oh no!
It was Badger used to fall asleep in our streams all the time too.
Yeah,
And you can hear him snoring. You can totally hear him snoring. Here's that little badger snore every once in a while. Badger.
Speaking of Mole, his dad just went and had surgery for cancer. Sounds like it went well, or as well as you could hope.
Good.
Yeah. He was telling me he wants to get back in the in jumping into the after parties too, which is cool because I haven't seen him in like a year. Like fuck, Miss Moley. It's cool. Well, guys, I got to call this one quits. We have hit the 2-hour mark, and I have a bunch of shit I got to do before I crash for work tomorrow. So,
you mean like record some audio for us?
yes,
that's one of the things I'm going to attempt to do yet again. Yes,
Appreciate you.
do that.
And you know what? If I tell you what, I bet you they've left already.
Mhm.
Because I've
right
heard
after
nothing.
this.
This right here, when you're talking right now, you cannot hear anything in the background. If you record something like this, you're perfect. You're golden.
Yeah, so you'd be able to hear it on this. It picks up everything.
No,
Especially if I turn the gain all. But
yeah,
I haven't heard anything upstairs for at least a couple hours now. And when I last spoke to them, they were either leaving in the evening today or tomorrow morning. So they may have already left because I don't hear the little fuckers running around. But anyway.
You're good, Jen.
It's okay.
Thank you for letting us know. Yeah, no, I kept writing you and stuff, and I was like, man, I hate to be bugging you, but fuck, we've got to make
That's
this
okay.
video.
I know, but my time's pretty cramped as it is. Even though I'm stuck at home, I still have shit I have to do.
No, yeah, for sure.
But that's fine. I will get that shit done for you, definitely. And now I got to do another one for Curious and More Curious. But it's a simple one. It's me videotaping myself saying, "Yeah, fuck you," that kind of thing, right? Because he's making fun of West Coasters because they don't have snow like the East Coasters in Canada. So,
oh fuck,
that kind of thing. Yeah. So
yeah, we got rain. So fuck off.
Yeah, we have liquid snow, which we don't have to shovel.
No,
So-
no. All right.
So my Jen joke got lost in the sauce. The Jenboree is the title.
Oh, we got back to that. Denbury.
Jenboree.
I guess we could have a party-style intro video for it then. with lots of drinking, because that's probably what we'd be doing.
Some real fist pumping Jersey Shore shit.
All right.
I heard something go on there. It's calamity.
He's all right.
Definitely, Jen and I will have to get together and some of the other Jens and organize something, because I think it could be a lot of fun.
Yeah, you should have. Yeah, I think the Jamboree idea is perfect for a stream. You guys should do.
Yeah, wait till the cats hear about it. Oh, the cats, the cathies. Oh yeah, they're gonna be all over you guys.
Yeah, you're reaching there, buddy. All right, I'm gonna call this one a quits. So, but you guys continue to chat if you want. I got to take off, but. Thank you, everyone, for joining and in the chat today. It's always fun to hang out with you guys and respond to your stuff there. Miss Aldrich, I'm sorry you couldn't be in here with us. It would have been a lot of fun to have you in here. And Donna, we will definitely, once this COVID-19 thing slows down, you, me, and the hubby will get together and toss a few back and smoke a few and eat a few of the gummy worms. So we're good. Special gummy worms, but yeah. Anyway, so until next time, guys. Like I always say, and thank you to all you guys for joining me today. You guys always make the stream so much fun. And before I forget, I should probably start jotting down names of people that were involved because I hate forgetting. So, but anyway, I'll do that right away. And then until next time, like I always say at the end of these fun broadcasts, like the late great Christopher Hitchens once said, it's called faith because it's not knowledge. And we'll see you guys next time.